Well, this is something new, but I'm not sure if I like it. My Immortal. One of the worst fanfics ever written, or so I'm told, so I figured I'd dip my toes in and see how it goes. Chapter 1. Author's note, special fangs, get it? Cause I'm gothic. God, dude. Yeah, we're off and running to my girlfriend. Ew, not in that way. Dude. The girlfriend is Raven, Bloody Tears 666, for helping me with the story and the spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depersing life. You rock too. MCR rocks. And of course we spell rock, R-O-K, and rocks, R-O-X. Bro, there's a reason scene kids fell out of fashion, and I don't know if I'm ready to go back to all this. So we get into the story. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. What? Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. It's a mouthful, dude. I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note, if you don't know who that is, get the hell out of here. Is she the Evanescence girl, right? How can you see through my eyes like open doors? I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's such a major freaking hottie. Oh, this hurts, man. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white, and I have pale skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England. God, dude. Do you think she's a Slytherin? I think she's a Slytherin. Where I'm in the 7th year, I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. Yeah.
Life is pain. Life is only pain.
I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it, and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. We've already gone into way too much detail about this character. It's obviously the author's self-insert, and it should be interesting in the way that I know exactly where it's gonna go, but not necessarily how it's gonna get there. Author continues, I was wearing black lipstick and white foundation and black eyeliner and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. She is a vampire, right? She said she's a vampire. All right. At least it's all looping back around, right? This is some major character building stuff right here. A lot of preps stared at me. I put my middle finger up at them. Oh my God, you can't just do that. Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. Oh no. It hurts. It hurts so bad already. What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. All right. Left us on a real cliffhanger, right? Please help us. Author's note. Is it good? Please tell me, fangs. How do I say this nicely? No, I don't think I enjoyed that very much. Chapter 2. Author's note. Thanks to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. BTW. Preps, stop flaming my story, okay? I mean, there probably was some flaming, but there was probably also some constructive criticism that you should have sorted through. Let's see if it penetrated her thick skull in some way. I honestly don't know how much could be worse than the first entry that we got. So the next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle that I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it there was a hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. Bro, we just describing things again. I get it. Black thing with red or pink accent. Please, let's move on. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress and a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in kind of a messy bun. Ah, yes, the messy bun. The one surefire way to make sure that it looks like you're not trying too hard. Which you definitely are. My friend Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you, woke up and grinned at me. She flipped her long, waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. Jesus, when is the story gonna happen? What is going on? Oh my god, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so, I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin, called it, common room, and into the Great Hall. No, I so friggin' don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed, and just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtily. Guess what, he said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh boy, we gotta go. Maybe we could apparate ourselves into the concert. Oh my freaking god! I screamed. I love Good Charlotte. They are my favorite band, besides My Chemical Romance. Well, do you want to go with me? Draco asked. I gasped. Chapter 3. At least the story's starting to roll forward somewhat, okay? The bar for this has dropped so low that the devil is using it for limbo, alright? After the 1.5 stories, I expected literally nothing to happen, except describing more black pink things.
How you like that?
But no, this story has like a wisp of a plot almost. I'm intrigued. Let's see what happens in chapter 3. Author's note, stop flaming with the story preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven. Oh yeah, BTW, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. Yeah, we know. So, on the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots, here we go again, with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. I then put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the front and the back, and then put a matching fishnet on my arms. Jesus, dude, stop! This is painful. Are we gonna do this at the start of every entry? Please, no. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I cut open one of my wrists. Just so nonchalantly. Please treat that with the gravity that it deserves. Oh, did you feel that? The bar just descended another layer down into hell. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some Good Charlotte. God, dude. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner, and then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. Can you not drink the blood from your own? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. We're moving on. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt because they would play at the show too. Oh, all of a sudden. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note, a lot for cool boys wear it, okay? Oh, a lot of cool boys wear it. Yeah, totally. You can rock eyeliner if you want, that's fine. Putting it on Draco Malfoy, yeah, that's a little more headcanon-y, but go off, I guess. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hey, Ebony, he said back. He walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666. And he flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. So non-specific. Which ones? All of them. All of them. We did all the things. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. Hopefully while it was still flying. Please, put this story out of its misery. We fell 300 feet. Everything went black. The end. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You come in cold, you're covered in blood. They're all so happy you've arrived. Doctor cuts your cord and hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life. Sang Joel, and I don't own the lyrics to that song. Yeah, me either. Although I do own my own interpretation of it. Thank you so much. Joel is so freaking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked, as we moshed to the music, and then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Draco, bro, she's trying to emasculate you. You need to get out of there, my dude. Really? Asked Draco sensitively and put his arm around me, all protective. Really? I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with like Hillary freaking Duff or whatever. I freaking hate that little bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. Bro, leave Hillary Duff alone. What's going on? Who hurt you? The night went on really well, and I had a great time, and so did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and some photos with them. We got Good Charlotte concert t-shirts. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back to Hogwarts, no. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Oh my God, watch out for the Whomping Willow. Draco is such a bad boy, isn't he? He's like, I'm not gonna do what my mom says. I don't even have a bedtime no more. And so we're into chapter 4. Author's note, I said stop flaming, okay? Ebony's name is Ennaby, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he's acting different. They knew each other before, okay? It just gets more and more painful. But the fact that the author is like acknowledging these comments and still not changing it, it kind of leads me to believe like it's an elaborate troll, or that's what I need to pretend to maintain my mental sanity. This can't be a real person, right? Anyways, we're into chapter 4, I guess. Draco, I shouted, what the frick do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the frickin' heck? I asked angrily. Ebony? He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts. Which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. What is happening? I don't actually think that this is better than just describing the clothes that they were wearing. Context, please, anyone! And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took off my top, and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put this thingy in my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh my god, not inside your you-know-what! What have you done, Draco? Oh! 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 I screamed as I was beginning to get the big O. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then, what the hell are you doing, mother effers? It was Dumbledore! Oh no! Dumbledore calling his student MFers. Yeah, that happened in the book one time, remember? So that's all that happened in chapter 4. They banged it out in the Forbidden Forest. Sure. Chapter 5, author's note. Stop flaming! If you flam it, means you're a prep or a poser. Only reason Dumbledore swore is cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them too for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good revoys. It's not gonna happen. I don't know if you're gonna make 5 good reviews on merit. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry, tears of blood. What? Down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having intercourse in the Forbidden Forest. He yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her! Yes, this is what love is, children. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, Fine, very well, you may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. You okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. We just couldn't go 3 entries without describing a Blackpink thing. And then, when I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom. He started to sing I Just Wanna Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back to his room. I've got so many questions, but I'm not gonna ask any of them for fear that I'll actually get answers. We'll just move into chapter 6. Author's note, shut up, preps, okay? P.S. I will not update until you give me good revals. Well, that is not happening. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt. No, that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. Aren't you a vampire? Didn't they burn your... Never mind. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal. With blood instead of milk. And a glass of red blood. That's what vampires eat. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. You jerk! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. What happened to Draco? He was wearing so much eyeliner that it was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. Oh no! Oh no! He had manly stubble on his chin, and he had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him. Kinda like in a only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you total sicko. Yeah, chicks don't get boned. They just leave a snail trail. What's wrong with you? I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, though most people call me Vampire these days, he grumbled. Oh no. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah! I roared. I like how she doesn't say said a bunch of times. She's trying to get a little creative with it. So we sat down to talk for a little while, and then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Really, if we stopped describing things in such intense detail, we could probably be through this whole story in 20 minutes, right? I guess I've contributed my fair share to that, but hey, if you made it this far, you must be enjoying it, so go ahead and leave a like on the video. I appreciate you. And that brings us into chapter 7, which is the first one with a title. It's called Bring Me to Life. Why did we just start naming them in chapter 7, dude? Author's note. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only reading this because I got 5 God reviews. In BTW, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 good ones. So, stow flaming or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake. Has she experienced any adversity in the story at all? Or are things just going right for her because she exists? So chapter 7, Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish. Author's note, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? I waved to Vampire, dark misery in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. And then we started Frenching passively. And we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. We're getting a lot of adverbs today. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, sweaty, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked. And then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had... See, is that stupid? No, super mature themes, I don't... Oh, Draco! Draco! I screamed while getting an... And all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody gothic writing, were the words, vampire. Oh my god, what a twist! Vampire wasn't jealous of OP, he just wanted Draco. Oh, you really got me hooked in for the plot now. I'm very invested in these characters. I was so angry. You jerk! I shouted angrily, jumping out of bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you freaking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. Holy God. Wow. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out, even though he was totally naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you mother effer! I yelled. Whoa, what a cliffhanger. Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flashing, okay? If you do, then you're a prep. Yep, we got that by now. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Seems redundant, but okay. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. What? Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed Minecraft because he was so depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her last real name is Smith, and not Granger, since she converted to Satanism. She's in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. What? They brainwashed Hermione? Or, I don't understand, is this a separate character? So much exposition and I retained nothing. What is it you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him, and everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi, and so is Ebony for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy girl. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. Dude. This is such heavy cringe. I don't even know who's talking now. What are we referring to? But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, freaking right. Frick off, you bastard! I screamed, and I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. Lost my virility. Oh my god, man. This is just a lot to take in. Chapter 9, author's note. Stop flaming, okay? I done read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears be Swedes. I said he had a headache, and the reason Snap doesn't lick Harry now is because he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. And My Chemical Romance rocks. I'm dying inside. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious that he wasn't goth. It was Voldemort. What a twist. Who could have seen that coming? No, I shouted in a scared voice. But then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist. So I stopped. I must be a masochist if I'm reading this. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with them, and then they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. Why do you need a gun? This is the wizarding world, is it not?
I show you a spell that can end a life in the flick of a finger.
That's probably the part that kills me the most. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou dost not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a like, dude, you're so stupid look on his face. I have telekinesis. He answered cruelly. And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. What'd you do with the gun? You just stuck it in your robes? Walked down the hall of Hogwarts with a pistol in your hand? Oh, this is ambrosia. I was so scared and mad. I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back to Hogwarts together, making out. Dude, this is so dumb. All right, last chapter for the day is chapter 10. That's how we're gonna do it. Chapter 10, author's notes. Stupid, you gay gamer F-words. If you don't like my story, then frick off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle effort all. And she and Vampire are evil. That's why they moved houses, okay? Why are you doing this? I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I'm the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and My Chemical Romance. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diabolo now. He has black hair now, with blue streaks in it, and Hargrid. What do they play in the band? I'm very curious. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we just wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too. And the only way you could kill a vampire is with a C-R-O-S-S. There's no way I'm writing that. or a steak. S-T-E-A-K, steak. Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie, like The Corpse Bride. You're killing me. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my and tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think that I'm being slutty, but I'm really not. It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself, honestly. We were all singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the hell do you think? I asked angrily, and then I said, well, Voldemort came, and the friggin' bastard told me to friggin' kill Harry, but I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will friggin' kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. You didn't friggin' tell me? He shouted. How could you? You friggin' poser muggle batch! See? Is that out of character? Yes. Yes, it is. I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive, and then he ran out crying. Oh, we practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry, wisely. See, that's basically not swearing. And this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ebony, Draco has been found in his room. He committed by slitting his wrists. Oh my god. Not Draco. Again, I was so invested in these characters. I'm probably gonna call it for today. That's pretty good for 1 episode. We'll see how it performs. If we want to come back, I hope you guys will like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. It is a classic bad fanfic, and there's a lot more of them out there if you guys enjoy it. So I'd be glad to dig into it for you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Follow me on all the things, links in the description. Thank you to my Patreon patrons, my YouTube channel members, helping me to stay afloat throughout January, which is exceedingly difficult. And of course, I want to remind you, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.